For Honor is a brand new experience where the three greatest legacies of warriors are going against each other and fight, right? You can play as a knight, Viking, samurai, and we have a new combat system and a new control scheme that really make you feel the true emotion of sword fighting in an incredible visceral battlefield. What you saw at the conference was a 4v4 very intense multiplayer match. But in this game, we will have a single-player campaign. We will have split screen. You will have multiplayers, different modes in multiplayer. So a lot of different features for different mood of players. You know, at the beginning of this project, everything started with that new combat system, and we created to make it work with the online constraints. So we consider the latency and without any compromise on the reactivity, so we work extremely hard to provide a high level of animations and control and reactivity, and to make that experience as intense and as adrenaline and a full pack of action as possible. We're not trying to be historically accurate, right? It's our own representations of the knight, Viking, and samurai. So for us, it's the Warborn, it's the Chosen, it's the Legend, and each faction will have a different mood. You know, you have the knight who will be all about the gear and the glory and the people, and you will have for example, the samurai, where it will be about skill, discipline, mastery of the weapon, and you have the Viking, which is all about brute force and rage and passion. So every factions will have their own spirit. For us, fun first, right? When we discovered that combat system and we were looking at the mechanic and we were like, wow, okay, what setting do we put on that? And we start exploring different, you know, the night, and people were excited, but we had people in the team saying, hey, no, we need to put samurai, and other people were about the Viking, and we realized that, you know what, why not offering the three great legacies inside the same game, so every players can go there and play the warriors they would love to play. You know, we work extremely hard the first year to develop that combat system that will make you feel the weight of the weapon. And you can see it with our new approach on animations. You really feel the hit. You really feel the weight of the weapon, the power of your strike. And when we run the first internal play test, and we saw players moving on their chairs to try to avoid the sword, we were like, wow, okay, now we touch something special. On our case, it was a different creative process. I met our creative director, Jason, and Jason was trying to solve a problem that he was having. He was dreaming to play a game that was not existing. You know, because when you play shooter, you feel the immersion of being on a real battlefield and shooting with a real gun. You play a racing game, you feel in the car. Why, when you take a weapon, suddenly you go on face button and you feel a little bit disconnect with your weapon? So all our creative approach was trying to nail down that experience. So we didn't have really benchmark or key influences when we start building that franchise. For Honor, for me, it's the game where you will really feel the adrenaline and the danger of being on a battlefield, right? If you have any sword fighting fantasy, no matter if you prefer to play single player, if you prefer to go online, even if you want to compete, we'll have tools for you. So if you want to take a weapon and see how it feels like to survive on a battlefield, For Honor is a game for you. For Honor is coming on Xbox One, PS4, and PC.